My guess is the president is going to eat those words and wish he hadn't put them out there. And I can't wait to debate him and say, Mr. President, if in fact you did look at what we did in Massachusetts, why didn't you give me a call and ask what worked and what didn't? And I would have told you, Mr. President, that what you're doing will not work.
Brendon O'Connor is an Associate Professor in American Politics at the US Studies Centre at the University of Sydney, and he joins me now to talk about this debate. Brendon O'Connor, this debate was mostly about the economy, wasn't it? I think Obama depression was how Newt Gingrich was calling it.
I think they were trying to gang up on Obama rather than attack each other, so it wasn't much of a debate. It was more like a broadcast probably. And the message was the economy has slowed down, unemployment is still looking quite bad in the United States, plus 9%. So this is a time to present a united front. There'll probably be another 20 of these debates if last time round is anything to go by. The Republicans had 21, the Democrats had 26 of these debates. So early days, just these people finding their feet really in the debating climate.
As you were saying, they were all sort of picking on Barack Obama rather than picking on each other. It's rare, isn't it, for a president to be re-elected with unemployment quite high? I mean, this just illustrates the fight that Barack Obama does have on his hands to be re-elected, because when unemployment is high, usually an American president is kicked out.
Yes, that tends to be the trend until it's not the trend, but it is the trend that most people are...
It's the trend we're going with for now.
The people are kind of pointing to. I mean, the excitement that people had who are Obama supporters about his opinion polling numbers after the killing of bin Laden, that's been short-lived, and it always was going to be. I mean, politics is an ever-changing thing. Obama's got a year and a half to turn the economy around, and if the economy is really sluggish, if it even maybe sort of stalls as the talk is, then he'll really struggle. He will struggle to get re-elected. So I think the Republicans are aware of this, although a lot of people are saying these Republicans maybe aren't going to challenge Obama to the degree he needs to be. So there's a question of the quality of the field here.
Indeed, and it's a long way out from the next election. It's not till November 2012, but the Americans like an early start, and a lot of these candidates may not be known to people. One, for example, Michelle Bachmann from Minnesota, she used this debate to actually formally declare that she was going to run for president. She's a very interesting sort of mix of politician, bit of Tea Party support, a woman, Republican, echoes of Sarah Palin?
Yes, I think she is trying to sort of steal the Sarah Palin vote. Palin, we're not sure if she's going to jump into this race. She's more on the publicity tour at the moment rather than the political tour. I think Bachmann would be the Tea Party favourite. She's been very much out there sort of with an anti-government message. She also comes from Minnesota, though, and there's Tim Pawlenty from Minnesota, so that might crowd things out, and she's a minor sort of political figure, a representative, rather than an ex-governor or a senator.
Now, some of these Republicans have already run into a bit of strife. Newt Gingrich, for example, I think his entire senior campaign crew just got up and walked out the other day. Is this sort of a make or break for him?
I think so. I mean, Newt Gingrich is a train wreck waiting to happen at any moment when he opens his mouth. You know, he's someone who's not very disciplined. I think his team have probably been frustrated with his strategy or lack of strategy. So I think this was a moment for him to say, OK, I'm still on the stage, I'm still standing. Hopefully some other consultants believe in me, might work for half pay for a while, and can I get this thing going again?
7 contenders that we saw conducting this debate. Now, this doesn't mean that this is the final field. What are your thoughts about whether Sarah Palin is going to be in or out?
Well, why not, might be the question. You know, this is her opportunity to get more limelight. Wherever she goes, she gets enormous amounts of attention. I don't know if she can stand the sort of scrutiny of questions on all sorts of topics. That would be the concern, I think, of her advisors. But she'll certainly get enormous amounts of the attention of any of these debates. So I don't know what Sarah Palin's next sort of move is, whether it be politics or celebrity or selling more of her books. But I'd say, well, you know, what is in some ways to lose here for Sarah Palin? John Huntsman, on a more serious front, is probably likely to jump in, the former governor of Utah. He's looking like a very serious contender, probably in the top 3 with Romney, Pawlenty, and Huntsman probably is third at the moment. And he, I think, is the person to watch more seriously than Palin.
And finally, as we say, this is the first of many debates. You know, there could be several dozen, of course. If Barack Obama was watching, if the president was watching, do you think he would have seen anything that would make him quake in his boots?
Well, I think the focus on the economy. I mean, this is where the debate in the United States has turned. I mean, foreign policy is something Americans, I think, periodically turn to in moments of great drama or moments of threat. But I mean, like most countries, people are interested in their own wallet, their paycheck, whether they've got a job. And I think those simple questions will be the ones Obama has to focus on very hard in the next few months.
Have you seen any indication that he's been able to have an impact? Like unemployment keeps ticking up. Do you see any indication from his policies that he's going to be able to turn it around before the election?
Well, a month or two back, it looked like growth was starting to improve. Unemployment was actually going below 9% unemployment in the United States. The last month has actually been really bad news for Obama's team, his economic team. So in some ways, there was a sense that it was going to be like Ronald Reagan in 1984, a bad recession and then an improvement. That stalling of that improvement is the real problem for Obama, to say, well, okay, what have I done or what could I do to solve this problem? And that's where the Republicans were hammering him, saying the stalling was his fault. Forget about what Bush did in 2007 and 2008 with the global financial crisis. Now it's Obama's problem.
Well, love or loathe US politics, we're going to be talking about it for a good year or more yet. Brendon O'Connor, thank you for joining me.
My pleasure.